everyone, hello there, and as usual, I'm Aaron from Laststandgamers, and welcome. So today we're taking a look at the Mortal Engines server. The server is actually in its final week now. A little bit of frame rate drop there as we're looking around London. You can see we have got the beautiful city of London here, created by the players themselves. We're going to do a bit of a tour of it, and then we'll continue having a look at some Nomad grids and some other Mortal Engines. So you can see the city of London, since we last looked at it, has changed completely. They've wrapped doors around the side, they've added plenty of wheels, and they've expanded. I believe they're at tier 5 now. They've eaten a hell of a load of other smaller rovers. And having a look at some of the cooler details here, we've got some iconic British shops. We've got Pets at Home, we've got a good old Greg's Bakery. I do like a Greg's myself. Costa Express, we've got an Ann Summers, you know, that could come in handy on a long journey. We've got a Subway, we've got a flat to let, so someone can rent out one of the little buildings to do some trading, and we've got a B&Q there. What I do quite like is they put these little door stickers on a piece of glass there. Very cool indeed. Now let's have a look at the armaments of this thing. So there's plenty of turrets all over the grid, but there's also these guys right here. These are player operated turrets, and inside here they have an array of 150mm cannons. These things really do pack a punch, so having a land a direct shot on someone can cause them a hell of a lot of damage. Right at the front here, they've obviously got themselves another set of cannons here as well. They've got some 18th century cannons tucked in there at the side for a bit more firepower at close range, and you can see they're busy working away, extending with all the extra points they've got by consuming other engines. So let's go inside. So there's a bit of work under construction in this larger area at the back here. You can see that there. And as we come down, we'll have a quick peek through some of the side rooms. They don't probably want us to see in these. These are like the guts of a ship. We've got ourselves a lovely little cockpit tucked in here. Top front gun, so the gunner seats. Middle gun. Guns in various different locations, as well as a survival kit so they can get back on their guns if necessary. Very cool indeed. Let's continue dropping down. So we've got Conrad's bar. There he is, Mr. Conrad, one of our moderators and admins. And they've got various different games to play while they're at the bar. It's all sponsored, of course, by Conrad, apparently. We've got different vodka drinks for different prices. Some of these are quite expensive, I'll tell you that. The Magpie's Tequila is free at the minute. I don't know why that is. They've got other drinks on offer. What was the Conrad one? Hold on. Oh, okay. So they've got some secret recipes for drinks. Let's continue moving around and through this ship. So we'll go into the main throne room that is here. There's Apathy, one of our moderators. They put up on one of these BLCDs. Storm, our moderator, has been put up there. And there's Conrad. We've seen this one last time. There's good old me as the Queen. So MBI have actually got a list down here of what they've eaten so far. So their first tier was WMC, the second tier was Top, TNT, they consumed one of the rovers in the Luther event, and that's how they got themselves to tier 5 or 6. They've obviously got a little shrine up as well to their old rover from the previous season when they decided to build a Mortal Engine. Very cool indeed. There's also some chambers down there and secret areas. Admin mod kill count, Apathy, Wizard, Conrad. Well, they might need to update that because I think they have blasted me a few times. So there we go. That is the city of London, and I can't wait to see what it's going to look like in the final event. They've obviously got this little rover out front, and these guys are actually quite deadly. A lot of the players have been using these as sniper sort of crafts, like a mobile artillery gun. They'll try to pick off larger Mortal Engines with them, so they are very, very cool indeed. Let's continue on. So we're going to go to the 11th, the city of Cardiff. So this is another Mortal Engine. This one is quite large in scale. You can see they have got themselves the creature there. Is it a dragon? I'm not too sure. You can see its claws are reaching over the edge, and they've got a selection of cannons mounted on the front, more turrets designs, and you can see the players have worked out the best way to get through these trees is ramming them with the wheels, and the trees will snap off and stop causing any damage. So you can see the back of Cardiff City here taking shape as well. They've got some emergency entrances at the back. What's this? Brains written there, and we've got a little door inside with a bar or a kitchen where everyone looks like they're not doing too well. A hidden rover stored inside here at the back for quick access and launch, and then we go underneath to the wheel system. Now the wheel system in this one is very reinforced, lots of armor in certain areas here. It's really nice to see a well thought out wheel design. Let's jump up And you can see we've got a few more catwalks that lead themselves through into accessing the weapons if they do need to be maintained in a battle. More plumbing taking us through into this area. So this is actually just quite a well filled out interior. It's going to be quite thick, and so use some of the new blocks there as well. So there's the city of Cardiff in full form. Well, let's continue on. So we're actually going to have a go right down to the bottom of the list, and we're going to have a look for Storm's house. Now, Storm's house is in one of the safe zones. There we go. Storm's house from up. Now, you might remember this last time, and it didn't have this many balloons on it. But there we go. It's almost ready for the final event. We've got ourselves some little spawn kits in there like we did before. And this thing can actually fly. It's got a cockpit up there. A cool little creation. Nice to see it taking shape with the balloons there. This is just an unusual and fun creation. And I like to see it when the community and the moderators do this. So having a look around the rest of this safe zone. We've got some of the Nomad ships. That looks like a hydrogen tanker. Over here we've got another freighter type ship. This one's quite cool. It's got a nice little interior. And since the Nomads can only build small grids, they can really go ham with what their small grids kind of have built into them. So this one's got these car containers on the side with extra storage. And the job of the Nomads really is to supply and do some trading. And it's really nice to see a massive trade and supply network. That combined with the channel that we've got set up, there is lots of trading and whatnot going on. So there is another little rover there, but nothing too much. Let's have a look at the other trade zone. So if we go a little bit further down to the bottom, we're going to look for a player called God. Now, where is he? Sometimes it's like finding a needle in the haystack, isn't it? G-O-D. Okay, maybe he's not right at the bottom. Maybe he's somewhere at the top. We could just continue having a look through some of the other grids as we go. So FNS, let's have a quick look, see if that takes us to the right point. Yes, it should. Okay, so FNS are actually at our safe storage location. These hangars that we've got constructed here are for rent from the players. They can trade some resources and they can bid on one of these hangars. So let's see what they've got stored in here. We've got a little drill ship stored in this end one. We've got this amazing looking drop ship stored in this middle one. I know this one has been here for quite some time. They're always traveling around with this cool interior and cargo bay. And then a real nice cockpit up front there. So we'll continue moving through. Some of them have been bought or foreclosed. That one was foreclosed, I believe, earlier this week when someone hadn't paid. And some of the small hangars are still vacant. A lot of the players know that they can go and live at the safe zone free of charge. So they haven't bought themselves a hangar, because the cost of maintaining and keeping one of these up can be a little expensive. So that's how the hangar area is going, pretty much. Heading over this area, we have the other safe zone. So this little safe zone, you can see a lot of them not wanting to spend the extra cash on their own hangar. They live here. We've got everything going on here. We've got this giant, what looks like an Antonov type aircraft here with this little cargo pad below. It's going to be interesting to see how this one takes shape. It's got a cockpit area, it's got supplies, thrusters for days inside here. That's quite an unusual little build. Let's have a look from above as well. Very nice. Let's keep working our way around. It looks like we've got some sort of transport pod for transporting various supplies. It's got a connector in the middle there. We've got ourselves another drop ship type design here with, of course, welders at the front. So this is like a welding ship. Maybe they could pay for the welding service. Look at this interior. This is nice. Nice use of that little striped corridor in the middle. Mostly tanks and supplies wrapped under there as well. So coming on, we've got ourselves a little tank that looks like it's currently missing its turret, or its turret's under construction. Coming a bit further over, we have got a blimp of some kind. You can see the little cockpits down here for the blimp, door access. Oh, and this takes you up into the bubble at the top. That is a secondary hidden cockpit and some storage and thrusters. That's a cool little Nomad creation. It looks like someone has collected. Very cool. They have collected both the Luther and the ferret statue from one of our secret events. So let's continue having a look. Over here, we've got ourselves a little drop pod. We've got one of Shay's crafts. It's hard to describe. Alien-like crafts. We did a full episode a while ago on how she builds and what the colours represent, different meat and flesh and organics and whatnot. It is a very cool way of building. There's a little rover down there. And as we continue looking through, it looks like someone's got into a little bit of a trouble with this sort of freighter. Maybe got shot at. another freighter. Lots of nomads really taking on this role of transporting supplies and cargo, and due to the weight of some of these supplies and cargo, they really need some powerful thrusters. Look at this little cockpit, and leads into this little area here, complete with ammo racks. Really nice. Lots of detail going on to these small ships, just what I like. We've got some more smaller drilling crafts. We've got that helicopter we saw last time, and some of the players even took it on to build little pods like this. We saw this pod last time, just a little area for them to chill out and store some cargo, and they've got the transport ship attached on the top here. Very, very nice indeed. Coming over this side, we've got some more crafts. This one's an interesting one. What is this? Is this just a battery charging unit perhaps? That's definitely a drill ship. And that's what we have over at this trade station. So moving on, where do we go next? Let's go to G. So let's scroll down, and G is right there. Born given. We've seen this city in the last episode. I'm having a look. It doesn't really look like that too much has changed from the previous episode. No, it's all looking quite the same. Yeah, not too much different there. Maybe these wheels are a new addition. Has it got a little bit longer? I'm not too sure. I'll have to compare it to the other one. They've also added some hydrogen thrusters for a boost. So a few new additions to this rover, but not too much from what I can tell. Are these new? These look like they're new, these wheels on the front. I've not seen this rover actually in too much action, to be fair. So let's go on from G to LLA. So where are you? So this is the Welsh town of Wiggly Goggly Wengo, or however you pronounce it. I'm not going to be as good as that news presenter. And what Dupe has done, he looks a hell of a lot less like a train now, and he does actually look like a lovely Welsh building, but it's all a really cool facade, because behind the windows there is reinforced armor, and Dupe, his traditional style is hardcore PvP. Well, I wouldn't say hardcore, but he enjoys the PvP element. So this grid hidden behind this house is quite a withstantial grid. I'd say it would withstand some serious damage, and you can see just how thick these layers of blast door are, and there's a little camera even snuck into that area there. Some real nice details like that with Dupe's designs. And you used to see a lot of that with DBS as well, the faction that I played with. Lots of really cool PvP orientated designs. And then underneath we have a combination wheel system. So these wheels facing down, if there is a heavy impact of him landing, they will take up a bit of that and stop him from ripping in half, as well as a rusty side skirt there. So quite a cool little ship there by Dupe. Let's continue over to RAB. Now RAB, where are you guys hiding? So you're hiding over here. Mr. Von Ruger. What has Von Ruger been up to? So Von Ruger's actually got a wrecked grid here. That's not what we want. We want his main grid. Where is he? There we go. Minecraft Traction City. So you guys really liked his Minecraft City. So you can see the starting area over here that he's built. He's got a lot of 150s on the front. That is a lot of firepower. It would rip through some grids, and it's definitely ripped through some of the admin grids. So rocket launchers at the front. He is actually under construction of a creeper tower. How very cool. And he's put a creeper on there. You can see without jetpacks, players have to come up with some really ingenious ways of doing these structures as well. So this is an option. You can see he's actually put himself on there. He's remote controlling it since they won the drone event. This is a little drone. Oh, what a time, mate. What a time to catch something bad happen. This is not going to go well for him because there is no thrust on the back here. Is that going to fall on his head? Oh, wow. We just nearly... I can't believe we just showed up and saw that. That almost feels like it was planned. Yeah, that was a bad time on Ruger, wasn't it, to show up. So yeah, he's got a Minecraft tower that's under construction. He's got the Minecraft pyramid over this side. Shall we dare enter inside and see what's going on? So just some more production with the new industrial refineries going on in here. A really nice facade. It's got a lot of cool things within this one. The chassis is not super protected. The wheels could be sniped out, but the wheels are quite tough. It's got a reinforced front end. But yeah, I can't wait to see how that's going to look in these final few events. I'm a bit worried of being a bit one-sided over here, though. He is building an axle underneath. Oh, poor Von Ruger. What a time to come over. So, let's head over to RSB. Now, RSB, right next to RSB, and right next to RAB, We just need to find them in the list again, if we can. I'm rubbish at searching this thing. It would be, you know, Keen, if you were listening, a search bar on this menu for moderators would be the best, would be great. So RSB. Now we know RSB is Cajun, our crazy Australian, who normally lags himself all over the place. No, he doesn't normally lag. He does pretty well. His ping's high, but it's one of them things. So this is his platform. I'm not sure if he's consumed anyone else in his time, but you can see he's got these buildings starting to form at the back, and he's focused on building these flak nests here with these 6 guns pointing forward. We've got the missile turrets, and it looks like he's developing some forward wheels. It looks like a very forward heavy grid, this one. And the wheels are tucked in. There's no secondary wheels or anything underneath. But what I do like is he's accounted for if someone goes underneath him with these grinders. So he'll just cut them away. Let's jump back inside and have a look. So we've got a battery layer. We've got an industry layer. We've got like a little beam layer between the floors. And we've got a main comp. What's going on here? We are sworn to defend our brothers and sisters in arms. Current issues? None. At least he's got a little issues board. It's always nice when your rover has no current issues. So there we go. That is Cajun's grid. Is there anything in the top area here? Oh, there's another little cockpit. That would be a little bit of a bait area that people would definitely try blasting you out if you were sitting in that seat. So, on to top. Now, top are sitting right here. Where are they? Where are top? T-O-P. Okay, that's out in the middle of nowhere. And that is the 150mm top piece. Where's the rest of the grid? Looks like their weapon's been... This is a weapon that's been blown off. Of some kind. Have top died? And I've not been paying attention? It could have been what happened. So there's pieces of Canix Phoenix Lord here. Oh, here we go. Top are not dead. But they're not doing too well either. It looks like they have took some serious fire. So there's Top's rover. If you remember when we looked at it last time, they hadn't eaten anyone, so they didn't have these extended side bits. But it looks like they've taken some serious fire. Well, they've been building these hangar areas out and starting to work on some of their city buildings. They've got an apartment taking shape there, but it looks like it's took some heavy fire. Very cool indeed. Let's dive inside. Production is still operational, and their rear hangar area, they've got a little welding rover under construction here as well. Some wheels do sound like they're clipping into the ground. Very, very cool indeed. So that is the majority of the rovers and small grids from the server. Like always, there's going to be some I've missed, and some of the rovers that I covered in the first little tour might not exist anymore. So for the final part, Comrade, are you there?
Yeah.
Right. Which is the MVP rover so far?
The MVP.
Yeah, what do you think is the player, the rover combination that has done either the most for the community, got stuck into the most battles? What would you say so far? Who or what rover do you think has been? Apart from yourself, of course.
Well, it's hard to say, to be honest. If you want MVP of fighting, it would be MBI.
MBI, okay.
MBI would be the winner of that. But then if you want MVP of community interaction, I would have to say Van Ruger, because he's really helped out the Nomads beyond everyone else, to be honest.
Alright, well, if you guys are playing on the server, you'll have to let us know in the comment section of who you'd like the MVP to go to. People that are watching this video as well, let us know your favourite grid and creation. I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.